So look at these totally different phones. Or are they actually different? The POCO X6 5G and Redmi Note 13 Pro 5G. They're not very different at all. Here we go. So straight into the software, and they're both running MIUI 14. I have exactly the same Android version as well. So if I started the video like this, without you know what boxes were which, you'd have a hard time to tell which phone was which until you do that. And obviously you can see the POCO colors, the POCO icons, and there's the classic Redmi as well. So in terms of software, they're pretty much identical, apart from obviously the POCO skin, I'd call it basically. Obviously the menus and everything are exactly the same. Now in terms of hardware, look at the back of these, look. Look how identical they are, obviously apart from colour. Yeah, the back of the POCO's got that extra little POCO bit that sticks out there, but it's near on identical. If you come to the side, see there, look, the power button, the volume rocker, they're exactly the same. And if you come to the bottom, look at that lot, exactly the same as well. And on this side, completely clear. Now both these phones have in-screen fingerprint sensors, and you've just seen there, both open at the same sort of speed really. Now this case here is the POCO case. This case here is Redmi. Now obviously the difference in the cases at the back there is obviously the POCO is a little bit wider to fit that POCO branding in. But other than that, the phones fit in each other's cases. So this is POCO. There we go, POCO in there. And you can see, look, fits obviously the POCO logo. Got Redmi in here. Boom. Got the same. There we go. Now, obviously, these cases do fit each other, so let's swap them around. So the POCO on the Redmi. So obviously, look, it still fits. All the connectors there, look, the USB-C buttons. Obviously you get that extra space there, which you could write in marker pen, write Redmi there if you want to. POCO. Yeah, that still looks alright, doesn't it? Even without the POCO logo being displayed as well. So yeah, identical. You pretty much use the same shell. So they both have AMOLED 1.5K resolution displays, 120Hz refresh rate as well. Gorilla Glass Victus on the front. Both have glass backs. I do prefer obviously the Redmi because it's more of a matte finish. You don't get the finger marks that you can see on there, look. So if we were doing like a battle of which looks best, I'm going to go for Redmi. But obviously this is just how identical both of these phones are. They both have 5,100 milliamp batteries. They both have 67 watt fast chargers, which you do get in the box, which is good. Now if you switch to selfie cameras, they both have the same 16 megapixel selfie, and in video mode you can still shoot at 1080p 60 on the front in video at the same time. So you can shoot at 1080p 60 on both of these. That's the maximum you can record on both. So the cameras on the front are absolutely identical. Switch to the back, and this is where we're going to see the difference. Now the only difference between these two devices is the Redmi has a 200 megapixel sensor, whereas the POCO only has 64 megapixels. That is, after all my research and comparing, their only difference. The only difference. Both shoot video at 4K 30. They don't do 4K 60. So obviously if you want more megapixels, then you've got the Redmi. This starts at £339. And this is £319 with 64 megapixels. The one thing I do need to make you aware of, in the UK, where we are at the moment, or where I am at the moment, so it is a little bit odd. So obviously this is the Redmi Note 13 Pro 5G, like I say 339. It comes with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. 8 gig and 256 for £339. Now the POCO X6, £319, 12 gigs. So you get more gigabytes of RAM, and it's cheaper. Now these are the only options we have in the UK. We can't buy any other version like smaller RAM or larger storage or anything like that. That's all we get on the me.com UK website. So you have a couple of options here. Do I pay less, $319, and have less megapixels in the camera, 64 megapixels, but you're getting a boost in RAM? You're going to get 12 gigs instead of 8. Or do you opt for the Redmi? £20 dearer, you're getting a 200 megapixel sensor in there, but you're only getting 8 gigs of RAM. That's all you've got to decide. I say that's all you've got to decide, but that might be a factor for you as well. For me, that would be a factor. I personally opt for the Redmi, but that's just me. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Which one would you choose and why? And hopefully I've answered a few questions. These are pretty much identical. But yeah, thanks for watching. Smash that like button. If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.